Focus on is IGL. Indraprastha Gas reported a good quarter with the highest ever volume growth. We're now joined by Mr. E.S. Ranganathan, the Managing Director. Good afternoon, sir. First up, tell me the set of volumes and margins that we've seen, are they sustainable going into FY18?
Yes, in FY17 we have grown 14% overall, that is around 10% growth in CNG and 19% in the PNG sector. So for the first time we have achieved the double-digit growth, and we will be sustaining it for next 2 years.
Okay. Also, the other expenses have increased due to the higher lease provisioning, repairs, also maintenance. Are these record costs and recurring costs, and why?
No, these numbers have been for whatever DDA has claimed from IGL for a retrospective period. So we have anyway contested it in the court also. So we expected a favorable thing, but we had to provision it for better accounting standards.
Okay, so what's the price range then that you're expecting for CNG and PNG? You've recently hiked prices. Should we expect any other price hikes soon?
No, we will have to do that to offset the impact of GST. As I told you, when we buy some inputs, we used to get a CENVAT credit of that in our CNG excise duty. But once the CNG is outside GST, then we will have to pass it on to the customer whatever excise duty we pay on our inputs. So we are not exactly sure of how much it will be. So there will be an increase if natural gas is out of GST.
Okay, so the Delhi NCR market is nearing saturation, so you'd be compelled to diversify your portfolio into either tier 2 or 3 cities. So what's the kind of capex plan that you have outlined for it?
Actually, we are already got Rewari, for which we are investing some 100 crore this year, and going forward total in the next 5 years we will be spending around 250 crores. So Rewari district will give us a volume of something like 0.5 million in 5 years. Apart from that, in the 8th bidding round, we have bid for Karnal and Ambala and Bulandshahr also, and we hope to get a couple of cities from there also.
Okay. Can you give us the breakup of gas produced in the domestic market and the gas that's imported?
Yeah, actually all the CNG and piped natural gas that we supply is domestic gas, and then we are supplying industrial and commercial customers RLNG, that is the imported gas. So roughly around 3.8 to 3.9 million comes from domestic, and the rest 0.6 to 0.7 comes from imported gas.
Okay. So what's the number of new PNG connections that you're looking at?
Actually, the target given by the government is 3 lakh connections. So we are fully geared up to achieve that target. For that, we are getting the defense establishments, all the housing complexes of Army, Navy and Air Force. We are connecting. That is in the final stages. If that comes, another 50,000 houses we will get. We are expecting some 1 lakh households from the existing area, and also another 50,000 from new areas which we are hoping to get in this year.
Okay, and sir, just to go back to your expansion plans for a second, when are we expecting Rewari to commence operations? Could it be in FY18?
Yeah, this year itself we are already doing test marketing of CNG in Rewari. So we will be hopefully starting commercial operation in another one week or 10 days.
All right, Mr. Ranganathan, thanks very much, sir, for joining in. So that's the word.